What's going on, guys? It's your boy Parag coming at you guys with day 5 of the hard challenge. It is a Saturday, July 12th. So on weekends I work 11 to 7. So instead of waking up at 7, I woke up at 6. Woke up, I went for a walk, boom, just for a little proof, you know what I'm saying? And came back home, had 2 glasses of water, and I filled up my liter water bottle, which is over here. You know what? Here, I'm paying for you guys. This is a liter. I drank like 3 of these yesterday, and then 3 cups of water, so a gallon. But after that, came back home, drank some water, ate some breakfast. Boom! Right here, we got some oatmeal. It's been the same breakfast. So 2 scoops of oatmeal, 1 scoop of protein powder, chia seeds, a spoon of peanut butter, milk, stir it all up, microwave, boom. That was my breakfast. And in addition, you see the avocado. So this is that as well. Honestly, waking up at 6 a.m., I don't know if that is necessary. Maybe I could stick to 7, but I'll see. But as of right now, we're gonna get onto the reading portion. You know, this book is actually almost done. So the next video will be the last video on this book, and then we'll be moving on to another book. Actually, I do have some. I got 3 more reads, so we'll get into that. If you want to skip to the workout today, honestly, today is like a rest day, rehab day. So if you want to skip to boom over there, today's gonna be more of like stretching, knee core work, stretching, all that kind of good stuff. Because after pushing your body, you gotta let it stretch and let it decompress. But I'm not gonna lie though, I didn't sleep much last night. I was up until like 12:10 a.m. and then I woke up at like 6, so like 5 hours of sleep, which is not that good. But tonight I want to try and at least get down 7 hours of sleep. But anyways, excuse me. Let's get on to the laws. The 44 laws of peace. All right. So yesterday we left off at law 32, be comfortable in your own company. Basically, the gist of that chapter was, or law, was just being comfortable being alone with your own thoughts without using any kind of distraction like your phone or, you know, stuff like that. But today, moving on to, hold up. Okay, moving on to law 33. Do not see events as good or bad. No one is to blame for your misfortune, and it is only misfortune because you have labeled it as such. Other men have been through the same events, but instead of misfortune, they have labeled it an opportunity. Who will lead a more peaceful life? The man who sees, oh my God, who will lead a more peaceful life? The man who sees every dilemma as a personal slight, a misfortune that was unfair and unavoidable, or the man that sees the same situation as an opportunity for growth, a sign to pivot. You have no control over the events of life, but you do control how you react to them. And how you react to such events will inevitably make you. So stop saying something was bad or good. Only your reaction to such events can be labeled good or bad. I'm having a hard time doing that myself, because there are some times when stuff happens to me, I'm like, bro, that's so unfair. Like, even in like for example, playing League of Legends, I could be going crazy. I could be going like I could be going on like a kill streak, but I'm going crazy. But then I have a teammate that's like just inting. If you don't know what inting means, it's like dying intentionally to the enemy team. Even though if the game has gone up to like 10 minutes and they're 0-8, you know what I'm saying? But times like that, I'd be like, yo, my teammate's so ass, blah, blah, blah. But then I always bring myself back to reality and be like, yo, like, one, this game isn't even ranked, so it's not that deep. But even if it was ranked, like, it's just a game. I mean, it's not really a game. It's like people's jobs for real, but like, you can always get the win another game, right? But that's when I started to shift my attention from them to me and be like, yo, what can I improve on? Instead of blaming my teammates. Like, oh, could I have played better there? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have built that item. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Law 34. Assess what is important to you. Take time to seriously... Yo, the stutter is crazy. Assess what is important to you. Take time to seriously consider what it is you deem important in this life and whether or not those things should be placed at such high value. Be sure they are sustainable and controlled only by you. Otherwise, you will be controlled by whoever possesses them. Yeah. I feel like you should never have... I'm trying to think of like how to say it. Like, you should never have something precious to you owned by someone else. You know what I'm saying? So like that's kind of like this law kind of refers to like another law, which is like, it was talking about how like know what to value or something like that. I need to find it though. Okay, I can't find it. But yeah, if you're gonna put all of your like importances on like materialistic objects or things that people own, since they own the thing you value important, they can just take that away from you, and then now what? Like, you can't do anything about it. So I guess that falls more into character. So for me, I think one important thing that I value is how I care for other people. That is important to me because, I'm not gonna lie, the world right now, there's a lot of negativity energy, and some people just gotta be a pillar to just like, no. Instead, you know what I'm saying, like kind of redirect their energy to like somewhere else. So Law 35. Do not follow blindly. Do not blindly follow someone just because they are praised by others. Do not trust the words of a philosopher because they are well known or come from ancient times. Similarly, do not dislike someone just because they are looked down upon the masses. In every matter of life, do your own research when possible. Don't just read this book and say, well, these are the laws for a peaceful life. They're in a book, so it must be true. No. Hold on to them under a microscope, test them, prove them, and if you can, improve them. That's the one thing I feel like this might get a little bit of hate, but like when it comes to like this law, basically just like, don't give your opinion on something or someone without doing your own research, which I agree on. But like, that's why, like, me personally, I've never been a huge person on politics, and I know, here we go again in politics, but I'm just saying, like if you got like viewers, I don't know where y'all from, but me, I live in Canada, so we got Trudeau, we got Doug Ford, we got I don't know what they're doing, but apparently everyone hates them. So like I can't hate them because I don't know what they did. I'm not gonna lie, and I don't know why, but politics has always been like a boring subject to me. And even when like I saw on the news, like it was like America, like Donald Trump, he like nuked, or not nuked, he like bombed nuke stations in Iran, I think. When I first saw that, I was trying to hate, and not hate, I was trying to be like, oh yeah, America, like they're like making sure that like Iran, like, doesn't like threaten anyone with like nukes, blah blah blah. But then I was reading online, and like there's like a deeper background to it, and like there's like more stuff involved. So I'm just like, damn, I like you really can't hate someone or something without either seeing the proof in front of you or finding it yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, and for anyone that is in politics, I'm sorry that you have to hear my disgusting thought, because I'm not a big guy in politics, but. All right, Law 36. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, for this is the fire where the most rewarding things in life are forged. True characters form under during uncomfortable times, and some of the most significant opportunities lie at the center of uncomfortable situations. Every great accomplishment requires a person to, at one time or another, be uncomfortable. Olympic athletes have their comfort torn away during trainings so that they may prepare their bodies for the upcoming challenges. Entrepreneurs often give up everything for a chance to pursue a venture only they feel is worthy. Mothers give up comfort to bring children into their world. Fathers put up aside their comfort to provide for their families. Every great and worthy thing requires one to let go of some portion of their comfort. Even the man fighting temptation gives up the comfort of his former ways so that he may grow. Yeah, be comfortable being uncomfortable is something that I need to take on seriously, because like anytime that I am uncomfortable, I try my best to like avoid it, because like I'm not really like a confrontational person, um, or like I don't know how to explain it. It's just like anytime that something is uncomfortable, I would like retract back in my shell to hold up. Damn. I would retract back in my shell, not to like to avoid the situation, right? Like I'll give you guys a quick story time, which is it sounds very thirsty and dry, but it's what actually happened. So back then in high school, I think I was grade 9 or 10. Um, for our class of like that year, everyone kind of knew each other in some aspect, and what was really popular at the time was that people would like put up like anonymous questions, like a link on their IG bio. You would click on the link and you would ask them a question, and then once they got enough questions, they would like screenshot it, post it on the story, and then they would answer it and post on the story, right? Like for example, like I remember I did one, I'm grade 9, grade 10, and like people were asking about, oh, like do you have a twin sister? Like who do you like? This girl likes you. Like it's all high school stuff, right? And I remember I did it to one girl, but I like sabotaged it. I would like send questions to like this girl. I'm like, yo, like, did you see Parag today? His hair was so nice. Yo, Parag is so cool. Do you like Parag? Like I would just like bombard the girls a link with like a bunch of my questions, even though like it's anonymous, right? And I remember one day, I was hanging out with my boys at lunch out, like, cause we hang out like outdoors when eating. Well, we eat lunch inside, and then we go outside to play like football or some shit like for the rest of lunch. And I remember we're playing football, and then everyone like takes a break to like drink some water and just chill out, bro. In the distance, the girl that I was like bombarding with like questions was like walking towards our group with her friends. I'm just like, oh my god. And I was so uncomfortable and so scared to like confront her that I literally like ran away. And then like to not make it look like I was running away, my close friend, his name is Armand, he was like I brought him with me while I ran, and I was just telling him the most random facts ever just to make it seem like I was killing time. Like when I brought him, he was like, "Yo, probably that girl's over there." I'm like, "Yo, Armand, did you know that there's like 48 bones in your body?" I'm like, "Yo, like if if you like do this to your wrist, like there's like a pulse." I would say that like I would just say the most random shit ever just to avoid being uncomfortable. And I mean, obviously, like this other situation from this, but I'm just saying like that was one time in my life that I was uncomfortable. But I okay, then now that I said that story, I don't think it correlates as much. But moral of this chapter, guys, you gotta be comfortable being uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Okay. Law 37. I thought I knocked this over. I'm so sorry. Law 37. Try your best to not make assumptions. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I make a lot of assumptions, like based on how someone is talking, looking, or like how they treat other people. I kind of make like a assumption in my mind, but I need to stop doing that. Yes, there are situations where making assumptions is necessary such as when deciding the safest street to walk down at night or when encountering a stray dog. However, in most scenarios where your life is not a threat or of any danger, assuming creates more problems than it solves. Specifically, in conversation, before making assumptions, ask directly for the information you're trying to obtain. If the information is purposely withheld from you, then you may have no other option than to assume based on the information you possess. Of course, how you should react will depend on the scenario, but as a general rule, try not to assume. In most cases, it doesn't wait. In most cases, it doesn't wait. Blah, blah, blah. In most cases, it does nothing but make an ass out of you and other person. To assume makes an ass out of you and me. Ass you me. Oh, why didn't know that till now? Yeah, I think assuming is definitely one thing that I need to like focus on, not focus on, but just chill on, because like not now, but in high school I would be in high school also I would assume, like, I would look at people and then judge them in my mind, and I wouldn't talk to them because of the way they looked or how they talk. And now that I look back at it, like, that is such a dumb way to like think. But I mean, I was young, but I mean, I'm still young now. Okay, I'm not on status yet, but you know what I'm saying. So, all right, hold up. All right, Law 38. A good life does not require praise. Nothing of true worth gets its quality from praise. The structural quality of a house is not determined by praise, and the strength of a wall isn't determined by how many people applauded its creation. The same goes for life. The quality of life is not dependent on how many people approve and praise your path, and more than the quality of a roof is based on the words spoken about it. A good life does not require praises from others. I guess that law just basically means like, don't find satisfaction from other people, but find it in yourself. I used to deal with this. I mean, even now, like, even back then, when I first started posting on my like channels, I would be very lenient on numbers. I'm like, oh my god, this video got 2 views, 5 views. Oh, it got 100. Oh, nice. But then I would be placing my like happiness with numbers, which is ultimately controlled by other people and the algorithm, either Twitch or YouTube, right? And I started to realize now, like, these videos, like, they don't be getting a lot of views. But yeah, it would be nice for it to blow up, but the main portion of it would be just like, the main part of this challenge for me and posting daily is to keep a word to myself until I go to Japan, August 22nd, more vlogs then. But in my life, I've never been disciplined when it comes to sticking to a routine. Maybe for a week, but after that I'm gone. So like right now it's day 5, day 7, you know, it might be all good, but day 8, it might just hit me like a truck, you know what I'm saying? So, yep. I got burp, I'm so sorry. Law 39. The true man is revealed in difficult times. True character is created in difficult times. When life gets tough and you feel your character start to falter, that is when sticking to your principles matters most. It's easy to be the best version of yourself in good times, just as it's easier to avoid temptations when they are out of reach, but much harder when they are placed before you. Next time life gets tough, see it as a test, an opportunity to improve the quality of your character. I honestly believe this a lot because I saw like, I'm not a Christian, but I've seen some Christian quotes on TikTok while I'm scrolling through, and like one of them, it was like when you like ask God to make you stronger in certain aspects. So it's like, I saw a post where it was a quote like, you wanted to defeat lust, and when God presented you with like woman or something on your for you page, like that's a test for you to overcome your lust. And that kind of changed my mindset now when it comes to like if I want to become a better person and better man, I feel like God, okay, well, I don't know about all your viewers, but if you're an atheist, no hate to you, but for me, I'm a Buddhist. Am I heavily into it? Not really, but I do believe that there is a higher man out there, or girl. There is a God up there somewhere. But that's what I was saying. It's like when you ask God to be stronger or be smart in some aspect, I feel like God will send out some kind of trials for you in real life to test and improve yourself, right? So it's like, for example, it's like let me see, man. Like I gotta think of something. Like I don't even know. It's like, okay, like for an example, like an example could be like you get a girlfriend, right? But then God is like starting to test your faith and loyalty to your girlfriend by like sending in, or like by having like people like DM you, like girls DM you, like, oh hey, well, you know what I'm saying? Because like we all, let's be real, we all know the phenomenon of when you get into like dating life, that's when people first start to talk to you, and it's like you couldn't talk to me earlier, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that is like low key God's work, because just how the way it works, you know what I'm saying? But that is also like a test to be like, if you really truth and faithful, you won't be faltering in front of these women or men. I don't judge, but you know what I'm saying. So there's let me actually count how much. Wait, how much did I read? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, law 40. Okay, okay, law 40. Don't be afraid of change. Change comes in many forms: death, tragedy, loss, exile, birth, love, hate. Do not fear in change in any forms of it as anxious or of its arrival. Change is a necessary part of nature and is just as important to the whole as it is to the individual. Oh my god, I can't read for life. Nothing could exist without change. The butterfly cannot come to become. Yo, I actually can't read. Okay. Nothing could exist without change. The butterfly cannot come to be without the caterpillar. Food does not exist without death, be that animal or plant. And a boy cannot become a man without change. In short, there is no growth without change. Yeah, that's the one thing I was scared about. I still am. Is that like as me and my siblings are getting older, 22 right now, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like my parents are getting older now, you know, and this, I don't want to talk about it, but I have to, because like I'm trying to be real. It's like at some point my parents are gonna get old. They're gonna retire work. They're gonna be super old. Like at some point they're gonna pass, and it's like having that thought is just like, man, that it's just I get. The thing is, like, if I'm being honest, come here. If I'm being honest, like, me, my mom, and my dad, I wouldn't say I'm the best son. I'm trying to be, because the way how I act in the past is definitely not okay. But with my parents, I wouldn't say I'm as close as them as I can be with other families. Like I am pretty jealous when my other friends are like, yeah, like I talk about my dad, mom, about everything, blah blah blah. I'm like, everything, and it's just like me. I'm just like not really there yet, but I still love my parents a lot. And a world without them is just like, I don't know about that one. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's part of life. Changes always happen, and just preparing myself to not break down when that happens. But it's always good to like let out your emotions. So you know what? Okay, I don't know where that was going, but next law. Law 41. Be consistent. The secret to any sustainable success is consistency. Try hard to remember this. It is the key to accomplishing your goals. The person who practices the piano for 10 minutes every day will be better than a person who practices piano sporadically and only when they're feeling up to it. Consistency is an obvious necessity when you're talking about learning to play an instrument, but the need for consistency should be just as apparent in every aspect of your life. Living a good life requires consistency. Living your principles requires consistency. Maintaining a relationship with yourself and others requires consistency. Living in peace requires, I hate how much they're going to use this word, consistency. Your goals cannot be something you work towards only when you're feeling up to it. Exactly. That I resonate the most because back then I would only post when I felt like it, but now that it's grind time and I'm actually like seriously trying to make it in content creator, like in content creation, you know, the grind don't stop. And I'm not gonna lie, I do gotta pick it up because yeah, I be posting on this channel daily, but on my other channel I don't be posting that much. And on TikTok it's like not even there. So I need to lock in on those as well. Okay, the last page for today. Sorry about my rambling. It's been like 26 minutes, bumbleclot. Okay. Law 42. Don't be a people pleaser. Damn. This chapter I already know is gonna hit. Because I'm low-key a people. Okay. Do not be a person who bends over do not be a person who bends over backwards in an effort to please someone. Understand that if someone is not pleased, it is from their own doing and can only be undone by their own doing. There are some people who will do anything to avoid conflict. That's low-key me, in a way. Even if it means changing their entire personality to please another person. That's low-key me. Changing their personality to please another person. There is nothing wrong with conforming yourself to specific situations. Everyone who has ever worked a customer service job, oh god, understands the importance of this ability. But if you are changing who you are in an effort to receive validation from others, you are on a bad path. Do not base your worth on how happy you can make someone else, and do not look outside yourself for validation. But understand that there's a difference between being a people pleaser and being thoughtful. If your grandma is cold, get her a blanket. If your girlfriend is sick, do what you can to comfort her. And in an argument, it is okay to find a compromise. It's okay to consider the feelings of others and at times approach someone with more compassion because of what they might be going through. I would definitely say I used to be a people pleaser. I mean, nah, not now, not really, but back then, during COVID, there's like a big time. Damn, I got shave hour pain. Oh, sorry, I didn't get a lot of sleep. But during COVID, there's like a big time when like I was on like dating apps and I was just like stuck. Like I was mentally cooked. Like I would have all the, like, bro, I would have like I was like Tinder, Bumble, Yubo, Ghost, Hinge, and like a bunch of like dating apps just to talk to females because I would get like a dopamine rush because like my phone has always been dry, you know what I'm saying? So when people are texting me, I feel so special. Back then, now, not really. Kinda, but back then it was like a bad case, and like these girls I would talk to online, I would literally change my personality just like that, just for them to like me and talk to me more, right? So like it could be like one girl was super into rock. I'd be like, yeah, like I love like AC/DC, like I love like, you know, all that kind, like I actually play the guitar a lot, like and she would dig it and I would be like, yeah, and then I'll just be lying on my ass trying, you know, please the person. Because like, you know, another example could be like if someone was like really into like Roblox, I'm like, oh, I love Roblox too, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm actually a connoisseur. Like I would be changing how the way I act and a bit of my personality for them to like keep on texting me. But once I get out of that, like once I got out of that cycle, life has been better. I'm not gonna lie, guys. If you're a viewer and you're currently on multiple dating apps talking to people, it depends what you're doing it for. If you're just there just to like fuck around, go ahead. I ain't stopping you. But if you're there to actually find someone, I would highly recommend in your bio or whatever to like, be serious and like when a girl or guy is texting you, don't try and like change the way who you are, because if you're looking for something serious, like if you change the way how you are with someone and y'all start dating and you become the way you are like actually, and your partner's like, ew, I don't want to be with you, and they leave, it's like that's kind of your fault because you ain't acting the way you are um when you're supposed to be, because your partner, your girlfriend, boyfriend is supposed to be there, be with you for you, not for some alter. Anyways, I've been rambling too long. Thank you guys for watching the reading portion. The workout today is just gonna be stretching. I was gonna do Pilates, but everything needs stretching. Pause. But thank you guys for watching the reading section. We're gonna move on to the workout today. Just gonna be stretching and some ab work because I gotta work on my abs. But thank you guys for reading. What am I saying? Watching, and onto the workout. Peace. Hey, we are here with the workout. We're just stretching. All right, we're doing the clock. God damn, I got a fat ass, bro. God damn. Anyways, your boy's just stretching out the glutes right now, getting the lower back. Honestly, I feel like I didn't work out today, but like I feel like rest days or like stretching days is like mandatory. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching a YouTube video. We got some groin stretching. Make sure to get the groin to push down further, just to feel the groin. Yep, there we go. Nice and groin. Then we got I don't know what you call these, but just to get the lower back in check. Rotating left and I got a big belly. God damn, bro. All right. Then we got some stretching going on. Single leg, bro. These were like burning my hamstring. I was dying. I was like, that shit actually hurt a lot. Okay, sock fix, hair fix, ad skip. All right. More stretching on the other leg. Now that I realized I need to stretch more because I was like super tight today. Pause. And I did not feel good about like my body. All right, now we're doing some 90s, making sure that we unlock those hips. Bro, me seeing my belly just makes me so fucking mad. Like, that shit looks, bro. That shit. Okay, anyways, here we go. Then we're doing some butterflies. Doing some butterflies. This looks so stupid. The fact you don't look up to that. Okay, some butterflies. Now we're doing some. I don't know what these are called, but I saw on TikTok. It's like engaging your like hips, core, and your quads. So I was doing a few of these, just to make sure I'm like, doing that. Then we got some, well, I was just resting, I guess. Okay, now we're doing some stretching. The stretcher is actually really good if you have like sciatica, which I actually used to have, which is crazy because I'm like 22. I was 21, I think, or 20, and I had like sciatica. That shit was not it. I was in pain, but now we're pain free. I mean, I still feel pain, but it's not as bad anymore. But more stretching. You little yawn, bro. I didn't get any sleep today. Boom. Okay, pause on this. Everyone pause on this. This is called the cat and dog. I mean, cat and cow and dog. This works out your lower back. I've seen volleyball players do it as well, so do not be adding me saying that it's suspect. Okay, it's not. And then we get to touching both legs, or at least trying to. It was so tight, bro. Pause. But like I tried to like touch, like I couldn't, bro. It hurt a little. It hurt too much. I'm not gonna lie. A little toe flex. Ugh. Okay. All right. For the next workout, we're doing okay, this angle is kind of whoa. Okay, you can't really see what I'm stretching, but I have my leg up and extended downwards like this. There you go. Yup. Opening up the hips. Yo, this angle is kind of crazy. Maybe I shouldn't be filming this. You know what? I don't care. But there's that as well. Making sure that the hips are open. It's all convoluted. Next, we're doing some standing stretches. Some arms here and there. Triceps. Can't forget about the triceps. More triceps. I used to do these a lot when I used to work at UPS because my wrist would like hurt a lot. Okay, doing some like back twist. Okay, I'm like dancing high key. Okay, touch toes, bro. Some people out there that are okay, the little starfish taps. There are some people that are 22 and younger that can't touch their toes, bro. If you can't touch your toes right now, bro, tee up. All right, doing some sit-ups. Here's more of like the core workout. I only showed one set, but I did 2 sets. Yeah, face was turning red. I'm not really the core guy, so like my core is pretty weak, which makes sense for my. Look at my belly rolls. Oh my god. Okay, and then we're doing some bicycle sit-ups. You know what I'm saying? And then we ended off with some side planks. Yep, there you go. Gotta make sure that your boy is standing elongated and straight. Okay, gotta make sure my eggplant isn't, being shown on camera. It look, it was. Okay, then we do the other side. Boom. And we're just there. So that was the workout for today. I know it wasn't anything crazy, but just to reset my body, stretch it out, pause, and get some core work in. All right, and with the end of that, damn, I gotta clean them. I gotta clean my mirror. Okay, next time I take a photo, it won't be as dirty. But god, anyways, that is the photo of me today after the workout, feeling good. Tomorrow we're gonna hit arms. So with that in mind, let's get on to the lunch for today. All right, your boy just had some lunch. Had a little bit of rice, broccoli, big boy broccoli, and my mom made some like fire chicken curry, so I had that in the middle. So far, as you all can see from like the past few days, the carbs have been low. I eat some, obviously there's oats, but I'm trying to minimize carbs for the most part and mainly focus on protein and like greens, fibers, you know what I'm saying? But there's that. I am going out with my friends today and we're going to eat out, but obviously sticking to this challenge, I'm going to aim and get like a relatively healthy food. Probably like shawarma maybe, and try to make it as bland as chicken and rice as possible. We'll see, but onto the dinner. Ladies and gentlemen, for the dinner, I did went out with my friends. We had some bar burrito, making it healthy. Peep. First of all, look how big that burrito looks like poop. It's like a big ass turd. Anyways, your boy had whole wheat tortilla. No white bread. Whole wheat tortilla. We got some cilantro lime rice, some fajima mix, black beans, chicken. Can't forget about the chicken, cheese, pico de gallo, some salsa, Roman lettuce, and the mucho burrito sauce, which is probably more calories, but I just did it because I never tried it before. But that was the dinner for today. I would say it's pretty good. There was, obviously, there's a lot more rice than chicken, so that's kind of unfortunate. They were charging like $3-4 extra bucks for extra chicken, like knowing damn well they'd probably do like an extra spoon and call it a day. Like, bro, I ain't doing all that. And after dinner, we had a little snack, me and Dylan. In the picture, as y'all can see, it's the homeboys, Dylan and Hamza. But I had a birthday cake protein bar. So, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching the video. That is the end for day 5. I know it's a late upload, but I got home late. But I'm crunching out these videos. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to this channel, and my other channel is Pride the Frog. I love you guys. Peace and spread positivity. Ugh.